All right, so we got another huge move, or a pretty big move, I should say. Maybe not huge, but it is pretty significant for sure because obviously the Lakers need to fill out their roster now, and now that Kawhi Leonard has signed with the Clippers, now the Lakers can take that money that they were saving in an attempt to give him a max to sign other players. So one of the people who was under speculation of signing was Danny Green. Remember, Danny Green was on the Spurs. Remember back in the year that they lost to the Heat in the finals. He had actually set a record for most made threes in a final series. I believe he had broke it at 25, and I think at that time Ray had held it from his 2008 series against the Lakers in the finals. So it was pretty, he's a pretty good three-point shooter. You know what I'm saying? So let's put it that way. They have signed him at 2 years for $30 million now. While Danny's a decent player and players get paid a lot, I don't know if the Lakers really had the room to give him 15 a year. 15 a year is quite a bit for the situation that they're in, and so I think they overpaid a little bit. Although Danny's, you really can't, sort of underscore how much of significance Danny has on the team, obviously. But 15 a year, it's a bit tough. But he took the liberty to make his own announcement video, so let's check it out.
All right. Kawhi has made his decision. Seems like the announcement is out. It's time for me to make my announcement. But first and foremost, I want to thank all the podcast fans. You guys have been amazing. All my fans in Toronto. It's been a hell of a run. It's been a hell of a year. It's been unfortunate of how things have turned out for everybody in the city of Toronto and all of Canada that we couldn't run it back. And also, there are more details coming soon your way. As I said, I've been doing a TV series covering my tour of camp and behind the scenes of my free agency process and why things have come about and why my decision what it is. And I would just like to announce and proudly let everyone know I'm excited for the next 2 years that I will be teaming up with my new teammates in LA, the Los Angeles Lakers. Looking forward to playing with those guys. Should be great. I had a fun time in the city of Toronto. Love the organization. Thank you guys. Thank you to my teammates. Thank you to the fans. Always have a great place in my heart. And, never forget the obviously historic run that we had. And LA, here I come. I'm excited. Let's get this show on the road.
So this is pretty significant, no doubt. Again, it's just interesting for obvious reasons, right? I mean, Danny Green was sent in that trade from the Spurs in a package with Kawhi over to Toronto in exchange for DeMar DeRozan, as well as other pieces. So that's, one thing. And obviously Kawhi and Danny are now splitting. Interestingly, they're splitting to two teams in the exact same city. There's going to be an LA rivalry, certainly. As you guys know, Paul George got traded to the Clippers. So he is over there now, in addition to all the different pieces they already have with Lou Williams, Patrick Beverley, and Montrezl Harrell, and other players like that. So they got PG and Kawhi as well. Now Danny's going to be teaming up with LeBron, who he faced in back-to-back finals, and one which he lost in very, close fashion. And then the next one where they just blew LeBron out. So it's just really interesting in so many different little intricate ways of how he was, the dude who got traded in a package with Kawhi, and, he had gone through those, pretty, tough back-to-back battles, except for the second one because that was, destruction. But, just went through a lot against LeBron in the finals, and he's decided to go team up with them. Now, again, 2 years, $30 million. In their situation, in this Lakers situation, giving 15 to Danny was a bit high. I think they should have tried at least to get him in at lower than that. But Danny Green will be very important on the team. They need some shooters. Danny Green is a shooter. He's a shooter. He's a good 3-and-D player. And he is just someone who will really help complete the Lakers. And it'll be very interesting to see. Now, the details he's referencing, I'm very curious to hear about. And it's going to be super interesting. So we will see how that ends up turning out.